Hi, I'm Hannah. I'm a Feldenkrais teacher and my background's in dance. I'm going to show you some of my favourite movements to warm up my lower back, pelvis and hip joints ready to move, and to move in a more powerful way. So please come to sit in a position I would call side sitting, where one knee nestles into the arch of the other foot, and could you lean back on your hands for a moment, and then could you bring your knees to the ceiling and just bring them back down, and just do that a few times. Notice how smoothly do your hip joints move right now, and what happens in your lower back at that moment where your knee comes back to meet the other foot. Okay, so let's experiment with a few ways of doing this. Could you do it, and could you really grip your tummy muscles, so keep your lower back rounded, and you feel it kind of restricts you. It's very hard to let the knee come down if you really hold back. And then the next time, see if you can do it, and as you do that, can you let your stomach kind of release forwards and allow a little bit of an arch into your lower back. And then as you come backwards, you can round in your back again. So you're going between the two, you're going into a little bit of extension in your lower back, just a little bit, not so much that there's any strain. And then coming back to rounding, and just go between those two a few times. And then could you play with the same thing on the other side? So can you drop your other knee into the arch of the other foot, and then bring your knees back to vertical. And again, just play around with seeing, can you allow your lower back to be free to kind of respond to what your legs, what your hip joints are doing. So you can maybe see it if I try and hold back, if I keep myself really rounded and keep my tummy muscles in, it's very hard for me to come into comfortable sitting on the side. Okay, and then just go from side to side a few times. Allow your knees to one time go to the right, one time go to the left. And then if you'd like to make it a bit more challenging for yourself, you can do it with your arms in the air, just in any kind of position that's comfortable for you. And then you feel it asks more of your hip joints, so this will ask for a bit more mobility. Great. Okay, take a pause from that just for a moment. Just keep checking in. You only ever want to work within a range of movement that is comfortable and feels good for your body. And then please come to side sitting, whichever side was more comfortable. And could you place your hands so that they're either side of the knee that's in front of you? And could you look so that you're looking as though to see to the horizon, so your head is level. And just with your pelvis, could you round and then come back the other way? So you're rolling your pelvis forwards and then backwards. This moment my belly comes forwards, and the next my belly goes the other way. My lower back comes into more extension, and then it gets rounder. I'm just going to do that a few times and keep my head on the horizon. Okay, and then I'm going to do it, and I'm going to look down at my front knee. And as you do this, see if you can really just drop into yourself and sense how high up through your spine does that movement travel to when your focus is downwards. And then could you look up towards the ceiling, just as high as you can comfortably go without strain. And just see how it feels to do it while you're looking upwards. Maybe you feel it makes one direction easier and the other one a bit more challenging. And as you do that, can you have your attention with your hip joints? So you're sensing, how are you kind of rolling your pelvis around the bone of your thigh, you're right into the hip socket there. Okay, lovely. And then just go ahead and switch your knees over to the other side. Bring your hands so that they're either side of your front knee, and just start with your head at the horizon so your chin is level, and just play with that rolling in your pelvis here. And as I do it, I'm just really tuning into the sensation in both of my hip joints, getting a feel for what's happening in my lower back and throughout my entire spine. So as you do it, could you sense the curves in your spine and how they're shifting as you make this movement of rolling your pelvis forwards and back? And then you can do it and look down towards your front knee. You probably feel the movement travels through you to a different place in your spine when you're looking down. And then see how it feels when you're looking upwards towards the ceiling. Just go so high as you comfortably can. It doesn't need to be that you're looking right up. Okay, great. Let that go. Just come and take a mini rest in sitting for a moment. Just check in with how you're sitting, if that feels comfortable, how your lower back is feeling now. Okay. And then just come back to letting your knees just flop from one side to the other side. You can do it with the arms in the air. And just feel as that becoming a little bit easier for you now. And if you can really play with allowing your belly to let go. And then come in and then to let go as you go to the other side. Many of us are kind of conditioned to hold the tummy in the whole time, but there's a lot of power that comes when the pelvis can move more freely, and actually your pelvis can only move more freely when your belly allows it to. So go ahead and just have a play with that a few times, and then when you're ready, stand up. Notice how you feel on your feet, if you feel more grounded, and take a walk around and just notice if there's a different sense of power in how you're moving. Thank you. Please like and subscribe to my videos, and I'll see you in the next one.